Do you know what's strange? Sometimes the loudest love stories end in the quietest way. For 5 straight years, every August 24th, she showed up. Not just with a post, but with paragraphs, with praise, with devotion. She called it no ordinary love. She told the world God chose this man for her, that her marriage wasn't hard, wasn't work, wasn't struggle. It was peace. It was perfect. It was everything. And then, August 24th, 2025 came, and she said nothing. No post, no tribute, no happy anniversary, nothing. 7 days later, she was dead. And the man she once thanked God for was the one police arrested for her murder. So the real question isn't just what happened, it's this. How does a woman go from publicly celebrating a love like that to silently preparing to leave it? And why do so many people only start seeing the truth after it's already too late? Because if you look closely, the signs were always there, just hidden by love.
If you believe stories like this deserve to be heard, please like and subscribe, because every victim deserves a voice.
By the time she was 49, Latana Bradshaw had already built a life most people spend decades chasing. She owned her home, she drove her own Jeep. She worked at a Walmart distribution center in Shelby, not just working, but leading. A senior role, handling physically demanding shifts, outperforming people half her age. No excuses, no complaints, just discipline. The kind of woman who doesn't wait for life to move. She moves first. And when she got off work, she built something else. Her pound cake business. Not just cakes, but identity. Tropical, Oreo, pineapple, red velvet. Each one made with intention. People didn't just eat her cakes, they remembered them. That's how she became known as the Pound Cake Lady. Not because she said it, but because people did. And then there was her son, Rocher. Grown, independent, a professional makeup artist. But more than that, he was her person, her constant. The one thing in her life that never shifted, never broke, never disappointed. If you saw them together, you didn't need explanation. You could feel it. That bond, that loyalty, that love. By 2018, she wasn't searching for anything. She had already built enough. Stability, respect, purpose. But then, someone new stepped in. Michael Keith Bradshaw. Younger, persistent, interested, immediately. And she hesitated. Because women like her don't rush into things. They calculate. They observe. They protect what they've built. But he didn't back off. He kept showing up. Kept proving interest. Kept pressing forward until, eventually, she gave him a chance. And that's where everything began to shift. She saw potential. Not perfection, but possibility. And sometimes, that's even more powerful. Because when you believe in someone's potential, you don't just love who they are. You start investing in who they could become. And that kind of love, it's deep, it's patient, but it's also dangerous. Because you start building a future that only exists in your mind. August 24th, 2019, wedding day, Palmer Grove Baptist Church. She's smiling, laughing, calling him her king, saying she's been waiting for this moment her whole life. Her son walks her down the aisle, not just as her child, but as her support system, her protector, her pride. And for a moment, everything looks perfect. The vows, the music, the celebration, even the cake, one of her own creations. They stand together, cut it, feed each other. People laugh, smile, celebrate. But years later, that same moment would be replayed again, and again, and again. And suddenly, it wouldn't look like a joke anymore. Because what people didn't see that day was what would come later. At first, everything matched the image. She posted about him constantly. Grateful, thankful, overflowing, saying he gave her peace, saying he was everything she needed, saying their marriage wasn't hard because it was real. And every year, on the same date, she came back. August 24th. Another post. Another declaration. Another reminder to the world. We are the Bradshaws. But while she was writing those words publicly, something else was happening privately. Something she never posted. Police reports. Domestic calls. Incidents that never made it to her Facebook captions. And that's the part people always miss. Because social media doesn't show you reality. It shows you what someone is trying to hold together. In 2022, she made a post. At the time, it seemed like commentary. Something cultural. Something general. But looking back, it sounded different. She said, "Marriage is until death do us part, for better or for worse." And then, she said something that stayed with people later. Scars heal, but your mental, not necessarily. That wasn't just a quote. That was a belief. And beliefs shape decisions, especially the kind that keep people in places they should leave. By 2023, something started to change. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, subtly. Her posts shifted, less about him, more about herself. Fitness, discipline, growth. She was in the gym, training, studying, working toward becoming a certified personal trainer. At nearly 50, she was reinventing herself. Not for attention, not for validation, but for control. Because when your personal life starts slipping, sometimes the only place you can regain power is within yourself. And then something else changed. She started saying things that didn't match her old narrative. She said, "Bad relationships are not meant to be fixed. They are meant to be left." That one sentence said everything, without saying anything directly. By 2024, her son appeared more. More posts, more moments, more connection. And Michael? He faded. Not officially, not announced, just absent. The month that always meant something. The month she never ignored. The month she always honored. But this time, something was different. August 17th. She posted about strength. August 20th, discipline. August 21st, training. August 22nd, scripture. August 23rd, focus. And then, August 24th came and passed in silence. No anniversary post, no gratitude, no mention, nothing. After 5 years of never missing that date, that silence was louder than anything she had ever written. Because sometimes, people don't announce they're leaving. They just stop pretending. And then, 7 days later, everything ended. September 1st, 2025. Police responded to a home in Shelby, North Carolina. Inside, Lata Gidney Bradshaw was found dead, shot, multiple times. The man she had called her blessing was arrested at the scene, charged with first-degree murder. No bond, no delay, no confusion about who was responsible. And suddenly, everything people thought they knew started to unravel. The posts, the praise, the perfect marriage. People went back, watched the wedding again, read her captions again, looked for signs they didn't notice before. And they found them.